Deion Sanders Jr. sends forward message to Ravens rookie as six-figure bag turns heads in Colorado locker room. What is the difference between Shiloh, Shedeur, and Deion Jr. regarding the impact on the Buffs program? Your first pick might be Shedeur, followed by Shiloh, and lastly Deion Jr., the eldest son. Anyone would choose Deion Jr. at last, right? Well, that would be anyone who has no idea about how things worked at Colorado last season. Because when you look closely, Deion Jr. was all around, making his electric videos and churning in viewers and long-term broadcasting impact with his newfound venture Well Off Media. But Bucky did things even more than that. He helped players at Colorado get their hype notice with NFL GMs, and all of this without too much credit. Now, one of those players has finally landed with the Baltimore Ravens in this NFL draft. Well, we are talking about the underrated Colorado wide receiver LaJohntay Wester. The wide receiver might not have gotten the hype he deserved, as all spotlights were on Travis Hunter since he put in a Heisman-level performance. Still, the player was grabbing those catches game after game. Coming on a transfer from FAU after receiving 1,168 yards in 2023, Wester backed it up with another near 1,000-yard performance. Yet, teams were hardly noticing him, and he wasn't even invited to the NFL Combine. But Bucky? He wasn't having any of it as he posted a message on X directly tagging the NFL. "Where's that for Wester Combine invite at NFL?" Things from then on took off gradually for the wide receiver as he was predicted to be a 7th-round pick in the NFL draft, per Pro Football. But the Ravens finally drafted the guy at 203rd overall in the 6th round. Although it was not a drastic upgrade, it was still a significant step forward. The eldest Sanders continuously supported the wide receiver throughout the draft process and now has shared a proud message as Wester is finally donning the Ravens jersey. Deion Jr. replied to a user who posted Wester's girlfriend's Instagram story screenshot that read, "The same number I met him in FAU." Wester's girlfriend, Janiyah, wrote the message on the picture of the wide receiver's jersey that had the number 83 printed on it. This moment might be too emotional for Bucky, as he couldn't have stopped himself from replying as he wrote, "It's a beautiful thing." Well, Deion Jr. would be one of the happiest guys now that Wester has finally made it to the NFL. To be honest, the former wide receiver deserved the spot. And now to see the emotional story about Wester's girlfriend's emotional coincidence, the moment undoubtedly deserves celebration. Well, that's how Bucky is, as he always does things selflessly without even getting noticed. Even Lil Wayne, the famous rapper and Sanders family's close confidant, said it once. Deion Jr.'s off-field media heroics are finally reaping their rewards. The off-field exploits that Bucky did helped boost Colorado's footprint on social media and even gave the program a whole new identity. The eldest Sanders provided us with moments unseen in a regular game. Starting from locker room gossip to off-field parties to Coach Prime's banter. The guy gave us a sneak peek at everything in Colorado. This is something, however, that remains quite underappreciated, but in terms of money, well, that's another story. I always highlight you gotta look at the person like Bucky, right? Bucky took an iPhone and figured out how to zoom in. Zoom out, started a whole media company in Jackson State. Next thing you know, he was getting mad views. He hit me up one time. He said, "You're not gonna believe how much money I made this month." Wallow said in a recent episode with Well Off Media. And continued, "He made like $150,000 in 1 month."